Alright, so we're at the point where we are shooting, but obviously we've got some issues. The bullets don't do anything yet, and they stay on the edge of the screen. So let's take a look at how we can make this a little better. First thing we notice is that the anchors are huge. So we want to make the anchors smaller. Now this is the first time that you are going to see what we call a constructor. So I'm going to put the words public anchor in 2 brackets. And what this is a special, what we call method. So act is a method that continually runs. It's like a loop. It keeps going and going and going. And so this happens over and over and over again. A constructor is something that happens only once. And so what I want to do in the constructor is as soon as an anchor is created, I want to get the image and I want to set the scale of the image. So I hit, by the way, if you're wondering what I just did to make this pop up, I hit Control Space, and then I get a whole bunch of options, and one of those options is scale. So I'm going to scale my anchor to be really small, like 20 by 20. And so that way, as soon as the anchor is created, it will be a lot smaller and make it look a little more realistic. Yeah, because we're looking for realism in our game where lobsters shoot dolphins with anchors. Alright, so I shoot, and you can see that that's a lot smaller. Looks better. Okay, great. Now, the anchor has been told to move. So let's back this up just a touch. There we go. The anchor has been told to move, but it hasn't been told when to stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if the X position of the anchor gets too big. So if it gets, say, above, I don't know, 580, let's try 580. We'll start there. And then if that happens, we want to remove the anchor from the screen. So I have to figure out what world I'm in first, and then I say, let's remove the object. Now, what object are we removing? Well, we're removing the anchor. So this is the anchor removing itself, and the way we do that is we say, remove this. This is a way for the anchor to refer to itself. So what this says is, hey, if the anchor gets to the edge of the screen, let's remove it from the world. So let's see if that works. And you can see it works. It might actually be leaving a little bit too soon, and so I can always go back into my anchor and make this like 590 or 600, whatever. I can fool around with that number until I get it right. Okay, great. So we've got the anchor shooting. It's small and it's actually leaving, so that looks really good. Now I just want to make it so that when it hits the dolphin goes away. So that's collision detection. So I go back in here, and then this is the dolphin, and I'm going to copy all of that code from the dolphin. I'm going to go put it into the anchor. So I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to say, okay, this is collision detection. And here, I'm not looking to see if I hit the lobster. I'm looking to see if I hit the dolphin. So I'm going to say, okay, if I hit doll, so I'm going to say, hey, did I hit a dolphin? If I did, store it as doll. And if doll is not nothing, meaning if we did hit something, then let's remove the dolphin from the world. Okay, now I'm going to get an error here, I'm pretty sure, but I'll explain that in one sec. So shoot. Okay, yeah, I got it. What that is, I've made a small mistake in my anchor class. Right here, this says remove the anchor from the world. And you have to remember that code is executed top down. So what that means is when I call the act method, it will do this line, and then this line, and then this line if this is this condition, and then it will try to continue and do the rest of the lines. So the analogy I like to use is if I ask a student to leave the class, that's kind of like removing them from the world. If I ask a student to leave the class, would I then continue to talk to that student? That wouldn't make any sense, would it? So, in other words, if I do this, it has to be the last thing I do with the anchor. So I'm going to take this code, and I'm going to copy, or I'm going to cut it. Actually, it'll be easier to cut this code, and I'm going to put it down here below. So basically, I am going to set the location. So I'm going to move the anchor, and then I'm going to say, hey, did I hit a dolphin? If I did, remove the dolphin. and and then go and see if we're too far. So let's see if that works. So we'll run it, and you can see, oh, I think one of the dolphins went away. Did I get one? I did. Yeah, there we go. All right, so great, it's working. Now, the only other thing I'm going to add here is that realistically in games, if I shoot at something, I don't want to shoot two with one. So I want the bullet, the anchor, to go away also when I hit the dolphin. So copy, paste this. So I'm going to remove, and I need to change my comments as I go here. First I remove the dolphin from the world, and then I remove the anchor from the world. And I should copy and paste that comment down here too, and say if the anchor reaches the edge of the screen, then we remove it from the world. Okay? So I'm going to get another error here. The reason is, if I hit the dolphin, I remove the dolphin from the world, and then I try to remove the anchor from the world. If I remove the anchor from the world, I can't do more stuff with it. Okay? So the way to get around that is the word else if. So in other words, if this is true, if I actually wind up doing this, I'm not going to go and check to see if I do this. It's one or the other. So if I do this, that means do that and then do that. Do both. And if you actually remove the anchor from the world and then try to do more stuff with it, you're going to get an error. So by putting else if, it says, okay, well, if you do this, it's not going to do this. Okay? So you're not going to wind up addressing it twice. So I think that this is going to work. So watch carefully. If I hit a dolphin with an anchor, it should the dolphin and the anchor should go away. Now that looked like it didn't, but the thing is, I'm firing more than one anchor at a time here because of the timer issue. So I'm going to try to click the keyboard once, and we'll see if it works. Ready? Oh, I'm trying to get one anchor only, and it's not working. But yeah, let's try it one more time to see if I can get it work. See how it shoots multiple anchors on me? So it doesn't look like it's working, but I can promise you it is. So I'm shooting two anchors, but one of them's going away. So it is working. And when we institute a timer that allows us to, not shoot multiple anchors at a time, then you'll see it better. Okay? So that's how you make your shooting a little bit better.